Hi everyone, this is Norma with All My Crafts, and today I'm going to show you how to add some beads to your soda tab bracelet. There are tutorials on how to do the regular soda tab bracelets that look like this, and what I did is I decided to add some beads to them to make it a little bit more fun for the kids. And so on this one has the beads, and then on this one I added some bling to it. So I'll show you how to do that. This is actually very simple to do as well. So let's get started and let me show you how to add the beads to the bracelets. So what you're going to need is your stretchy cord, and this stretchy cord I cut 40 inches long, and this one is just a round, just a plain round one. They have different types of stretchy cord. Hobby Lobby sells this one. That's a flat stretchy cord, and this one's usually $1.99, and you can get it on sale for $1, and it comes with 3 yards. And I really like using this one because look how the stretchy cord looks on this one. This is just the plain one, and it's flat, and it looks very thick, so it stands out a lot. So I really like using this thicker one on the bracelets. But to add the beads, we're going to use the thin one because it's just a lot easier to add the thin one. So you're going to need your stretchy cord, you're going to need your soda tabs, and it depends on how big you want the bracelet. I think for a child you can probably use 22 of them. In that case you would need 11 beads. And if you wanted it to be a little bit bigger, you can use 24 tabs, and you would need 12 beads. I'm also using some glossy accent to tie the knot so it doesn't come undone. Okay, so let's get started, and let me show you. What you're going to do first is take your stretchy cord, and what we're going to do is just put these two ends together right here. Okay, so as you see, they're together, and then on the other side I'm going to tie a knot just like this, because this part right here is going to be to tie the knots at the end to hold everything together. So I'm just giving myself some room right now. Okay, so now we're going to go back to the front here, and we're going to take a soda tab, and we have two, you have the front and then you have the back of the soda tab. So we're going to take the front smooth side, and we're going to put one of these strings through each hole. Okay, so we're going to just do it like that, and we're going to pull on the string. Okay, so this is the first one that we have here. Okay, so it looks like this. Okay, now we're going to take the second, and I'm kind of just pushing this to the back for right now, because we're going to take another soda tab, and we're going to face it to the back side like this, and we're going to butt it up right against in the back of the first one. And our strings are going to go through the top and one through the bottom. So we're going to take the top string here, and we're going to just put it right through the hole right there on the top. And then the bottom one, we're going to take this one, and we're going to put it through the hole, through the 2 holes at the bottom. Okay. So this is our first 2 right here, and that's what it looks like. Now we're going to add a bead. We're going to add the bead right here. I'm going to put this down. Okay, I'm going to grab a bead here, and this is the bead here. This is a little butterfly, and they're pretty much the same on both sides. So we're going to add the top string from here, the top one, and I'm going to put it through the top of the bead. Just like that, and we're going to pull down, and then we're going to take the bottom string, and we're going to put it through the bottom hole here. Now you want to make sure when you're using these beads that the hole is pretty big. These pony beads are pretty big, so you want to make sure that it's big enough so that the 2 strings fit through. Okay, so once we have the string going through the top and through the bottom, we're just going to pull on it. Okay. And that's what it looks like. This is the first bead that is on there, as you can see. Okay, so now we're going to continue. We're going to get another bottle tab, and this one is going to go the front side. And all I'm doing is I'm kind of putting it right here. I'm kind of lifting it up a little bit and just putting it right there, just so it's easier for me to get the string. And all we're going to do is take the top string and put it through the top holes, and then we're going to take the bottom string and put it through the bottom holes right here. Now you'll get your groove on how to line these up. Okay, so it kind of looks like it's a little messy right there, but not really. All you're going to do is just pull these two tabs and pull the string, and there you go. They're butted up against each other, this one and this one. So it looks like that. Now we're going to take another tab and we're going to put it to the back, and it's going to go behind here. So what I'm doing is, again, I'm just lifting this up a little bit and putting it right there so that it's easier for me to get the string through the two top holes. So we're going to put this one from the back. We're going and bringing it up, and the bottom one from the back and bringing it up and pulling on the string. Okay, so that's what we have. We have 4 tabs now. And now at this point here, when the string is like this, we're going to add another bead. So we're going to take our pony bead again, and we're going to put the string through the top, and then the other end through the bottom. And we're just going to pull on it. Just like that. So that's the second bead. Okay. Now I'm going to add another tab, and this one's going to go, this is the smooth side facing forward, and we're just kind of butting it against there, and we're going to put this through the 2 holes here. So we got this one and then the one in the back. So this is going to go through both tabs. Okay, and we're going from the top down, and now the bottom one from the top down and pulling on the string. Okay, and then all I'm doing is just adjusting this and pulling it out so it's not behind there like I had it. I'm just kind of pulling it out, so now they're butted up against each other. So we have 3 on top and 2 on the bottom. That's what it looks like in the back, and that's what it looks like in the front. Okay, now we're taking another tab, and this one is going to go backwards. So it's going to go like this, and we're going to put it right here. Like I said, all I'm doing is kind of lifting this up a little bit and just putting it like that, just so it's easier for me to get the string in. So I'm going from the bottom and pulling it up, the bottom one, and pulling it up. Okay, so this is what we have now. So we have 3 on the back and 3 on the front. Now at this point we're ready to add our next bead. So let's do that. So we're going to go from the top of the bead down, and then from the bottom up. Okay, and then we're going to pull on it, and it's just basically repeating this process back and forth. And now we're going to do the next one, and I'm just kind of putting it right here. I'm kind of lifting this piece, kind of lifting this because I want it to go in between so it's easier for me to get the string in. And I'm kind of holding everything down here. As you can see, I'm holding it so we can get this string. So we're going from the top down. Sorry, going from the top down here. Okay, and then the bottom one from the top down to the string. Okay, here we go. And then just going to pull on it, and like I said, all you can do is just play with this. Just pull, you know, if it's back there, all you're going to do is just pull it out, just like that, and it'll fall into place. So now we have 4 in front and 3 in the back. We're going to add the one in the back now. And I'm just taking the next one, so we're going to face this one towards the back, and we're going to put it right here, and then we're going to take the string and we're going to bring it from the bottom up, and then from the bottom, as you can see, I'm going right here and pulling it through both of them and coming up. And now we got 4 on top and 4 in the back. Okay, now we're going to add another bead. So we're going like this from the top to the bottom with the string, and then Same here, and I'm going to pull on both strings, just like that. And it's just basically repeating the process until you're all done. So see what I'm doing here? I'm kind of just putting this in between here, just like that, so that I have both of them there together. Got to hold it tight so it doesn't come out, and then just putting the string from the top to go down, and now the bottom string from the top and pulling from the bottom, as you can see. So they came like that, and then I'm just kind of pulling this out, and then we're going to add our another tab here, and this one's going to be facing backwards, just like this, and we're kind of lifting this up a little bit and just putting it back here so that the strings go through there. So we're going to take the top string and we're going to put it through, and then the bottom string, and we're putting it through here. Okay, and then I'm just going to pull on this. Okay, now we're going to add another bead, and it's going to come from the top like this, and then the bottom one going up, and then we're going to pull on it. Yep, I twisted my string around here. There we go. Okay. So that's what it's looking like, as you can see. Okay, so we're going to repeat again. I'm going to put this one right here, and this string is going from the top down, and then this one from the top down on the bottom one. Just playing with it, adjusting these tabs. Okay. So it's looking like. Now we're going to take another tab, and we're going to go, this one goes in reverse like this. And we're going to put it right here, and we're going to go from the bottom, and we're bringing it. So you've got to hold this here in place so it doesn't come off like I just happened. So that's the top one, and then this is the bottom one. And we're ready to add our next bead. So we're going to go from the top of the bead, just like this. And again, it's just basically repeating this process. It's not that difficult to do. It's just adding a little extra step and adding the bead, and I think it just gives it a nice, another nice look to it. Okay, so now we're going to add another one, smooth side, right here on top. I'm going to take this string and we're going to put it through. Sorry, it's hard to do because I'm trying to, you know, make sure this is filming good, and then to try to do this at the same time, holding it and putting the string through. So that's that one, and this is the bottom one. Okay, so we're just adjusting it, making sure it's okay, and that's what it's looking like. Okay, now we're going to add the back one, so it's facing this way. Okay, just like that. I'm going to take the string and we're going to go from the back up, from the back up. Okay, that's what it's looking like. So as you can see, look how pretty it's coming out so far. And then this is what the back looks like. Okay, so we're going to add another bead. So we're going to take another bead here. I'm going to go from the top just like this. Just like that, and pull on the string. Okay, and we're going to add another one. This is the smooth side, facing you, so we're going to go from the top, kind of holding it here. I'm going to go from the top, putting our string down, and the same here. And just kind of pulling on the string, and now we're doing this in the back and coming from the back up, and again. Okay, so this is what it's looking like, and we're going to add another bead. So we're going to add the bead from the top going down, and then this side from the bottom going up, pulling on it, and then we're going to add another tab, and this is the smooth side, so I'm just putting it right there. Nope. Just like this. Taking the string and we're putting it through the two there, and then putting it through the bottom and pulling on it. Okay, and then we're going to add another one. This one's going to be facing the back side, just like that. Up. Once you get practicing on this, it'll become a lot easier to do. It's not that much difficult. Now we're going to add another bead. So we're going to go from the top down, from the bottom up. Okay. I'm going to pull on that. I'm going to take this one, put it right there, and this is going to go through the two there and the two there. Okay, like I said, that's what it's looking like. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 9. Okay, 9 beads. So now we're going to do this one facing the back side, and we're going to come up like this. And then on this one, we're going to come up like this. Now it's time to add another bead. So we're going to come from the top and from the bottom, just like that. And we're going to pull on it. I'm going to do it again. Now we're going to do the back one. So we're going to face it backwards like that. And we're going to come up. Okay, I'm going to add another bead. And you can do all kinds of them. There's all kinds of pony type beads like this, hearts, stars. Obviously these are butterflies. There's a different variety of them. And again, you want to make sure that the hole is big enough that your string is going to go through, you know, both ways. Okay, so we're almost done here. That's what it's looking like. Okay, now we're going to add this one like this. Going to put it through here, and then we're going to put it through here. And then we're going to put our last bead on. So we're going to go like this, and then, okay, this is the very last one. Okay, that's it. Okay, that's what our bracelet looks like in the front, and this is what it looks like in the back. Okay, so Now what we're going to do is you want to make sure you hold on to these ends. You don't want to let them go because you don't want this to fall apart. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to fold the bracelet. And as you see, this part here started out with the smooth side facing you, and this end is the back end here. Okay, so now what we're going to do is fold it, and I'm going to kind of push this kind of back here so you can see. So this is going to go against each other like that. So we're going to get the strings and we're going to put it through there. So this is the front and this is the back one. So I'm going to take these strings and I'm just going to put it towards the back here on both of them. Okay, that's that one. And then right here. And I'm just going to pull on these strings. So as you see, it's butting up against each other so it fits. Okay, so I'm still holding on to these strings. And what I'm going to do for right now is I'm just going to tie this. I'm not doing a very, I'm just tying it so that it stays in place. We're going to come back to that right now. So I'm just kind of tying it right now, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this knot out now. This is the knot we made in the beginning. I'm going to take this knot out here. Okay. And of course I just made it worse instead of making it better. Okay, so we're taking that knot out right here. Okay, so as you can see, it's loose in here, and I just took it out. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut it. So all I'm doing is cutting it right here. Okay, and I'm going to hold on to this, and I'm going to flip this around. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm still holding on to the two that I cut, and I'm just going to start lifting or just pulling so that they come up here. So these are the two strings that I cut right here. I'm just kind of picking them up right here through the back. So it looks like this. So it will come apart if you let go of this. So you've got to make sure you hold on to these two strings. Okay, so now it gets a little bit tricky here. I'm going to undo this knot here. Okay, and again, I'm still holding on. So now I have 4 ends that I'm holding on to. I got these two and these two. Okay, so what I'm going to do is kind of just grab one from each side just like this, and just holding on to them. Again, you got to make sure you hold on to them. You don't want to let go. And I'm just going to make a little knot right here. I'm not doing much with it. I'm just putting it there so it doesn't come loose. Now here is where we're going to do our knot to hold it together. So all I'm basically doing is just knotting it right here. I'm doing a knot like this. Okay, and all I'm doing is just kind of taking this and pulling tight so the knot is very tight on. So all I'm doing is just pulling on it until it's tight. So that's the first one right here. So as you can see, it's a tight knot. So now on the second one on this end, I'm going to do the same thing. Just kind of undo it and then just retie it again right here. It's just a simple knot, nothing difficult. And all I'm doing is pulling on it tight, as you can see. There you go. So you got your 2 knots. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the little ends off. So I'm cutting the ends right here and right here and on this side, cutting it close to the knot, just leaving a little bit of extra right there. Okay, so this is what we have. That's our 2 knots right there. Now I'm going to take my glossy accent, and all I'm going to do is put a little bit right on the knot. That'll come out. Let's see. Sometimes this tends to gotta stick something in there to allow it to flow through. So I'm getting my little needle here. Okay. So now I'm going to add just a little bit of some glossy accent right here to the knot. And on this one as well. And that's what it looks like. So you're just going to let that dry, and that's it. You're done. Look how beautiful that came out.